So, yeah, I think I have officially made a mess. Brandy let me get a new toy to make a sweep, a tub, depends on how you word it, before the chute and before the alley to the chute, a big quarter turn, I guess some of them are 180 turn, sweep to catch cows and try to help shove them down the alley to the chute. So getting this, and pardon the giant mess, I was too excited to play with my new toy, and the tubing was less than half price of buying one. And I don't know, I like playing and building things, so quick it is not, but it'll be fun to play, and hopefully it ends up usable. If not, then it'll cost even more than buying them. Once we get one close, we're gonna draw a arc on the ground that's a 10-foot radius and try to make it match that, because the gate is going to be 10 feet, and sweep that quarter turn plus back around. I guess you're just going to have to see, because I can't figure out how to describe it with words and I don't have my drawing with me. So we're going to stick a piece of pipe in here and get to work. The fun something part is that they say to lube the tube as you put it in the dies, which seems, one, obnoxiously messy, and two, weird, because you'd think the drive axle would slip on the pipe tubing, excuse me, but we're gonna find out. This sucks. I wonder if my dropping, I guess I can tell you what I did. I am a dumb, and I thought my cool magnet bench would hold it just fine, and it did, I guess, as you saw once or twice, till it didn't. So now we're going with C-clamps. I got like a whole little plate that I'm supposed to be able to mount it to stuff, but like I said, I'm a small child and wanted to play with it. So, yeah, I think I have officially made a mess. So I'm guessing the pipe spun in the dies when it fell. There is the part where I didn't look if it was doing that previously, but I don't know why it would. So now I'm probably going to get some weird compound curve. I guess, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I think I'm in line with the bender, so you'd think the pipe would be straight out, but instead it has a neat little bend to it. I guess neat's not the word, but you know. Trying to think through what the ramifications are. In my head, I can make sense of whatever curve it comes out to be. It should be all on one plane, right? Huh. Yeah, I don't know whether to loosen my pump up and try to get that back straight again. I have a feeling that's probably the smart thing to do. So, I mean, there is the part where really the smart thing might be to not keep trying to bend this, since I have potentially two different curves in it, but I'm not going to throw away a piece of tube, especially the first one. We will learn something out of this, that is for sure. So I think I'm going to let off the pressure probably after I bring it back to about halfway through, so I don't have another oops. No, I don't know. We'll see what I do. It'll be fun to find out. The other thing I didn't show is it has a little DRO, digital readout, anyway, thing that measures how far down the jack moves on this scale, so that theoretically you can make repeat bends. I'm going about 70 thousandths per pass, and that big giant thing has no problems with it. They say to go slower, how do I word it? Bend less per pass is going to get you better results and such. Obviously not faster. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to try to balance speed and outcome. I guess I'm not to the end on this one. One of the only things I was worrying about is if it dimples. So when it's stationary, I've been trying to run it out here to get as much of the tubing bent as I can. When I jack it, if it's putting a dent in it, but it does not feel it at all. So that's good. The other thing that is a test with this one is this is the easiest die location, but you waste a lot more tube. But I don't know that I care too much that, what is that, probably 1.5 or 2 foot is going to be straight on the end of each of these. On a 10-foot radius, I don't think it's going to make a stinking bit of difference. And if it does, I can chop it off, but I'm pretty sure I won't be doing that. If all the tubes match roughly, that'll be plenty good for me. So, pretty sure I'm going to run this back to center, maybe with a little bit less pressure, and try to get it vertical, straight up and down, if that's a thing, and we'll go from there. Well, it was straight on the other end, so either it's just going to continually spin in the dies, like maybe I'm not putting enough tension, or maybe I over greased it. They made it sound like you want a decent amount of grease on it. Really don't know. Yep, I got nothing. I'm back to the wondering what happens if I just keep running it. Don't have a clue. I guess worst case I keep running it back and forth and I see what I end up with, some sort of pretzel looking thing, but we will figure that out. I will probably do a little bit of Googling and see if anybody else has seen or noticed that and determine what to do from there. Coincidentally, I guess I should see if I move my blocks, but I don't think I did. That's about a 10-foot sweep from this inside leg. The only obvious downside is I made an interesting corkscrewy shape. I wondered if, because these were just the tiniest bit off, yeah, I'm hoping that was just unseated from me getting that out of there. But I was wondering if it was, oh, looks like I sprung a leak, was just walking the tube in a curve because those were not straight. I don't know. But next one will not have that much lube on it, and I'll probably take larger passes, meaning more pressure each time to get more grip on the tube. But it makes me wonder if it's fixable, straightenable. We'll see if I need it. But equally, I have a problem with wasting stuff. It makes me sad. So we'll see, but it looks like it's not quite right. So, I mean, like, not bent quite enough. So I'll probably, like I said, try one less lube, more pressure per pass, and probably call the people who made that and ask if that's potentially what I did wrong. Because with it coming up and then down and then back up, I've got like it's twisted multiple times. It's not a consistent twist. So I don't think that means it could be walking in those dies. So, anywho, that's all for now. Super fun, super cool toy. I just gotta do slightly better. Yeah, I really wonder if with equipment and such, I might be able to squish that out of it. We'll see.